Okay, so I am live here on Facebook. Good morning. Let me get it together over here on Instagram. Go live here. I am back this morning. I am live here on Facebook and Instagram. I am going to type in good morning on Facebook and I'm going to type in good morning over here on Instagram. Good morning. All right, and then I am going to sit and have my coffee. I am back again this morning live. Ladies, as you come on, type in good morning. Let me know that you're there. I am sitting here having my coffee, enjoying my morning. Um, yes, let me type in good morning on Facebook again. Okay, because sometimes it takes a minute. When I type in that, I don't get the response right away. So let me make sure again I'm in the right place. Yes, I am. So as you come on this morning, say good morning. Let me know that you're there. I'm hanging out here on Instagram and Facebook. It is May the 5th. We are moving right along. Happy good morning. It is good to see you and good to be seen. Ruth is hanging out here on Instagram. Good morning. Okay, I don't see anyone on Facebook yet, which is unusual. There you go. Happens all at once. I have Stephanie Davis, Angela Mooney, and Stephanie Nichols. Good morning, ladies. Good to be seen. Facebook really acts up sometimes. Cheryl is on too this morning. Good morning. On Instagram. I just thought of something I need to do today, so I need to make myself a quick note so I don't forget. Hope everybody's having a good morning. Let's just see here. Yeah, because Facebook just acts up sometime. Okay, cool. Let me just make a note. So I don't forget it, because if I don't write it down, then I will forget. So I hope everybody's doing well. I had a very long day yesterday. Had an event yesterday and didn't get home till late. So girls a little tired this morning, but I'm up and at 'em and grateful to be here hanging out with you. Yes. I'm going to type in good morning again over here on Facebook just in case. It said something went wrong. Now I don't even see the people who I saw earlier. So I have no idea what's going on over here on Facebook. Okay. Ubong's on. Good morning, Ubong. How are you? Yeah, so I guess something's happening over here, but it's all good as long as I can see your names. I can give you a shout out. But good to be seen this morning. Good to see all of you ladies again. Thank you so much for joining me. It is May 5th. We're moving right along. I think I said that already too. But yes, so I'm sitting here having my coffee. Carolyn's on. Good morning, Carolyn. Thank you, ladies, for getting up and joining me. I appreciate you very much. So, yes, I have over here on Instagram Ruth hanging out. Cheryl is hanging out. Carolyn said, "It's my birthday. It's my birthday." Hey, ladies, wish Carolyn happy birthday. Happy birthday, Carolyn. Thank you so much for getting up and spending your birthday with me. I appreciate it. I hope you have a fabulous day. I know you will because I know my friend. But happy birthday. Give Carolyn a shout out, ladies. It is her birthday. She's for the ladies that are on Instagram. She's hanging out here on Facebook. And it's her birthday. So we need to make sure she gets that shout out. Glad you got up and joined me this morning. I appreciate you. It's always a blessing for a birthday. You're getting happy birthday shout outs. Cheryl Judy joined us as well. Good morning, Judy. It is Carolyn Thomas' birthday. So we're celebrating. Last week we celebrated Dr. Cornelius. Dr. Emma got up and hung out with us. And it's Carolyn's time this year. Good morning. You are getting the shout outs. I am going to go ahead and get started. Good to see you, ladies, Good to be seen. Like I said, I'm a little tired today, long night, but it is all good. So today I'm going to spend just a few minutes talking about it's always a choice. We can use the power of thought to transform perception for a fulfilling life. It is always a choice. And sometimes I think we lose sight of that. So I'm going to talk about it just for a few minutes. But far too often we dwell on past choices and wonder, what if I made different decisions? What opportunities did I miss out on? How would my life differ if I had chosen differently? Now I know I've thought about the choices I've made and I question myself sometimes. But then I fall right back into the reality of it is what it is. And then I'll say where I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be. Have you ever done that? You dwelled or you thought about or you wondered about the decisions or choices you made in the past, and you think, well, if I could do it over again, I'd make a different decision. Or you think about what did I miss out on? Or you think about how would my life be different if I chose differently? Have you ever done that? And then we tell ourselves we're exactly where we're supposed to be, right? Robin came on, good morning, and Dr. Cornelius came on, good morning. We are celebrating Carolyn Thomas's birthday. It's her birthday. And today we're talking about It's Always a Choice, how we can use the power of thought to transform perception for a fulfilling life, especially when we start thinking about and dwelling on our past choices and wondering and we start questioning ourselves. So while it's natural to contemplate or think about past decision, it's equally powerful to reframe our perspective actively, to view circumstances through a lens of potential and opportunity, to alter our emotional and practical responses. So when doubt or regret surfaces, we can counter it with the constructive thought or question that redirects focus to growth and potential. For instance, when we start thinking like, my life would have been different if I made the right decision at that time. And I'm sure you've thought that before. So you can replace that thought with, what can I learn from that experience to make effective decisions now? So when you start thinking and questioning about what could have happened or how things may have been different if you'd made a different choice, you can change that or replace it with, what can I learn from the experience to make effective decisions now? Because we talked about how life is a continuous journey of growth and learning, right? We learn something every day. So think about the positive or the power of positive thinking. But you all know this. So I'm here today just as a reminder. Choosing thoughts, highlighting potential and growth transforms our outlook and opens doors to new strategies and solutions. The power of positive thinking. You already know this. I'm here today to remind you. Positive thinking enhances resilience and belief in better outcomes, increasing your likelihood of persistent through challenges and achieving greater satisfaction. And sometimes we have to remind ourselves of this because we get so caught up in life. And we have to stop sometimes and remind ourselves the power of positive thinking. Sometimes we get so caught up in negative thinking and we get drawn into it and we start going down this path. And I'm here today just as a reminder the power of positive thinking and how important it is to serve thoughts that align with your aspirations and values, empowering you to live authentically and productively. Today, we're talking about it's always a choice and how you can use the power of thought to transform perception for a fulfilling life. Because far too often, we start to think about past choices we made and we start thinking about how our lives could have shown up or could be different had we made a different choice. And instead of thinking or dwelling upon past choices, you could use or transform that thought to what can I learn from that experience to make effective decisions now. Robin, Jill, and MM joined us. And ladies, we are celebrating Carolyn Thomas's birthday. So think about embracing the transformative power of thoughts. And when you do that, you tap into an endless well of opportunity by using thoughts to reframe and reimagine your life's course. So when you're thinking about what could have, should have happened, you know we get pulled into that sometimes, right? Reframe it. That thought to think about the potential of endless possibilities. And we talked about that last week. And that can reframe the course of your life instead of dwelling on what could have, should have happened. Remember, it's always a choice. It's a choice. So when you think about it from that perspective, which thoughts will you nurture? Will you nurture growth and unlimited potential, or will you nurture doubt and second guessing? So when you find yourself questioning yourself or thinking about the choices that you've made and thinking about how my life could be different if I made a different choice, think about the thoughts that you're nurturing. Do you want to nurture growth and unlimited potential? Or do you want to nurture doubt and second guessing? It's a choice. It's always a choice. And sometimes what we have to do is look at our lives from a different perspective, or look at what we're saying or what we're doing from a different perspective. You can change one word and your whole life will change, right? Because it's all about perspective, what we're thinking, the emotions we're feeling. So when you're thinking about choices, think about what you're nurturing. And you can think about the impact that different decisions and choices can make going forward versus dwelling on the past. So question your thoughts. Are they serving you, or are you serving them? Think about it. Examining our thoughts is an essential part of reshaping our life. It's vital to determine whether our thoughts are pathways to growth or barriers keeping us from realizing our potential. Because some of us sometimes when we're going through challenges, and we all go through challenges, right? We think the world is against us. I've heard people say, why is God punishing me? I've heard people say, why is God turning his back on me? I've heard people say, Why isn't God helping me? Remember, I'm a life coach, so I hear these things, right? And you hear them too. But what happens if you change your thought? What happens if you say, God, what are you teaching me today? That's a whole different perspective, right? Because when we start to think or start to go down a path that life is not happening for us, but it's against us, right? Takes you down a whole negative path. But when you start thinking about, listen, life is teaching me something. What am I here to learn? It opens up your mind for growth. So think about your thoughts. Question your thoughts. Are they serving you or are you serving them? Audit your beliefs. One, reflect on the beliefs that dictate your thoughts. Ask yourself, do these beliefs reflect my current values and goals, or are they remnants of a past self? Some of us are still living in the past. And this can help you shield limiting thoughts and embrace thoughts that propel you forward. Question your thoughts. Number one, audit your beliefs. Number two, challenge your perspective. Regularly question the authenticity and effectiveness of your thoughts. Are there false beliefs or negative assumptions you have been inadvertently reinforcing? Sometimes you have to listen to what you're saying, because far too often we're creatures of habit. We've been saying things that are counterproductive to where we're trying to go or who we're trying to be. But we don't even realize it. I think I shared with you not too long ago. I was telling myself, I always have trouble in this area. Well, guess what? As long as I say that, I'm always going to have trouble in that area. But I've been saying it so long and believing it so long, I didn't even realize I was saying it. And one day that little voice said to me, do you hear what you just said? And it was an amazing aha moment because I didn't even realize it. So challenge your perspective, regularly question the authenticity and effectiveness of your thoughts and your words. How do these thoughts and words affect your feelings and actions? Number three, empowerment through thought. Make a conscious effort to choose thoughts that serve you, those that encourage, motivate, and open you up to new possibilities. Instead of thinking, why me? Why is this happening to me? Because we all have been there. There are times when life is teaching us lessons and we get tired. We get tired. And sometimes we find ourselves going down that path of why me? Why is life so hard? Why can't I ever get a break? Instead of saying, I got up this morning, I'm here to learn, to grow. It's a whole different perspective, but it's always a choice. So make a conscious effort to choose thoughts and words that serve you, those that encourage, motivate, and open you up to new possibilities. Remember, you can select thoughts and words that align with your aspirations. So think about what you're saying. Think about what you're thinking. I say that all the time. And question yourself. Question your thoughts. Whenever you catch yourself in a cycle of negative or self-doubting thoughts, interrupt it with the empowering question like, what strengths can I draw from this situation? Or how can I view this challenge as an opportunity. So just the shift and questioning can alter your emotional and behavior responses, leading to more constructive outcomes. So you get to steer, or you get to nurture. You get to steer your mental landscape toward success and satisfaction by choosing which thoughts to serve. It's Mental Health Month. So what are you doing? I was looking for my phone, but I'm using it. I had a question for you. Let's see if I have it here. I do. So, what personal self-care has been the most mental or significant impact on your mental well-being? Think about it. And are you holding on to thoughts or living in the past, and it's preventing you from fully embracing who you are? Are you showing up fully for yourself? And if not, what role are your thoughts playing? So remember, you get to nurture. You get to choose. It's always a choice. Which thoughts will you nurture? Growth and unlimited potential, or doubt and second guessing? Have you been doubting and second guessing yourself for so long you didn't even realize you were doing it because it's become the norm for you? Or are there words that you're still speaking over yourself that's not really serving you, but you're not even aware because you've been doing it so long, it's become a part of who you are? I was looking at this the other day, and I'll go back to Just Leap. When I did the research on our thoughts, and the average person has 50 to 70 thoughts per day, which equates to 35 to 48 thoughts per minute. See, our lives, our mind are like this. Sometimes we're not even aware. And our thoughts are repeated daily. Approximately 95% of our thoughts today are the same thoughts we had yesterday. And about 80% of those thoughts are negative ones. So we have tens of thousands of negative thoughts cycle through our minds every day, day after day. So 80% of tens of thousands of little thoughts. And sometimes because we do things, we do the same things, we repeat the same things day after day, habits. Sometimes you have to change up your routine. Think about when you get in the shower in the morning, you're probably thinking the same thoughts every single morning, right? So change up your routine. Remember I told you I took a cold shower for a week. It really makes a difference. I'm not saying you should do that, but, do something to change up your thoughts or change up your habits, change up your patterns. Forces you to think differently, because most of the things we do out of habit and we're not even aware that we're doing them. So change up a little bit. Last week I challenged some of you. What was the challenge last week? You ladies remember? I challenged you to do something, I challenge you to do something that scares you, one thing that challenges you, and one thing that excites you. So this week I'll challenge you to do one thing. Change a habit. Whatever, change one thing. Change a habit. Think about it. When you get in the shower in the morning, you're probably thinking the same thing every morning. We do it out of habit. We're not even aware of it. So you get to nurture. You get to decide which thought you will nurture. That's it for the day. Think about what you're thinking. Right? You always have a choice. So which choice will you make today? Will you make the choice that will steer you toward your desired life? Or are you going to hold on to what coulda, shoulda, woulda and continue to doubt yourself and live in the past versus focusing on the future? That's it. So I'm going to check. I see I have comments over here on Instagram. Tiara, good morning. You joined us. Good to see you. Let's see. Carolyn, everybody's giving you shout out for your birthday. Thank you so much, Carolyn, for spending your birthday with me. This is awesome. Trying to see what comments I have over here. You know I can't see this morning anyway. My little butt is tired. Tiara says, I always think about that what could have, should have happened. Yeah. Use that to think about, to change your thoughts to what's going forward. Because what should have, could have happened, when you think about, how is that serving you? Just ask yourself the question, how is that serving me? Right? Think about, how can I use that past experience to strengthen me or to be more effective today? What can I learn from that? Sierra says, I want to nurture more. Ruth says, life is lived forward but understood backwards. The past of the past, onward and upward, is today. That's great, because you could use your past to strengthen you. What did you learn from those experiences? And how can that show up and help? How can that strengthen you and help you to show up differently today? Tara said she used to say, why nothing good ever happened to me. A lot of folks are caught up in that. And what I'm realizing more and more is that we have no idea what some of the challenges other people face. And it could be someone sitting next to you at work. It could be someone in your family. It could be a good friend. You have no idea what challenges people are facing. I spent yesterday with a group of women, and it was amazing, some of the things and the experience. It was absolutely amazing. We have no idea. And there's a lot of people that think, why me? Why is this happening to me? You know? Tara says, I learned you have to be patient and faith. Now that's it. You have to have faith and you have to trust, for sure. You do. And you have to take those moments. And sometimes, and I think I shared this with you. Someone said to me, asked me, Eva, why don't you ever talk about how hard life is? And it is hard. You have to be intentional. It's a process, and it takes time to develop positive habits. You know, it takes time to learn to be intentional. It takes time to change those negative thoughts into positive ones, because you have to catch yourself when you're doing it. So you have to discipline yourself. It takes time, and life is. And I think I shared with you, I know if I didn't, I shared with some of my friends, how I have these alarms going off on my phone during the day. My alarm goes off at 5:30 in the morning, 11, 1, 3, and 5 p.m. And I use that so that I can be proactive, because what we tend to do is to be reactive. And sometimes when they go off, I just hit stop. But sometimes it all depends on what's going on. I have to stop and close my eyes and center myself to be intentional. It's discipline. It takes habit. It takes work. Yeah, life can be tough. Yeah, Paula says she likes these challenges about choice. So just remember, you get to decide. You get to decide which ones to nurture. But here's the other thing, and I'm going to leave you with this. Um, that's a Lou Ross song, Paula said. Paula, thanks for joining us this morning. I think I gave Robin and MM a shout out as well. Here's what I'm going to leave you with. Um, Give yourself some grace because life is challenging. Life can be hard, and sometimes life can throw you such a loop and it'll just knock you, well, it can knock you off your feet. You get to decide whether it's going to knock you off your feet, but yes, it can. It can. And that's when you have to be intentional. That's when you have to really say, I'm going to get up in the morning. As Dr. Cornelius, I used that yesterday. Thank you for that. Dr. Cornelius said a couple of weeks ago that she gets up and she prays. So when the devil comes for you, she said, I've been waiting for you. I use that. I think that is so powerful. That's being proactive. And that's what you have to do. You have to be proactive. And you have to be intentional. You have to say, I'm going through something. Elevation's on the other side. I know it's going to teach me. It's stretching me. I'm growing. But I'm going to be proactive. It's tough right now, but I'm going to get up every morning and get prayed up. And whatever you have to do. Sometimes when we start our day, we don't have the time or take the time, 10, 15 minutes just to sit and be still. So give yourself a little bit of grace. Stephanie said she likes the lawn thing. She's going to try it. It works. Like I said, sometimes I just shut it off. But there are other times when I know I have to have my armor on because there are times, as Dr. Cornelius say, the devil will come for you. But there are times when you get tired and worn out and you just want to just be left alone and feel sorry for yourself or whatever. And those are the days that you have to buckle down. That's when that alarm comes in. I'll sit here, I don't care what I'm doing. If I need to be proactive and intentional, I'll close my eyes and I pray and I love on myself. I love on myself. So when you start questioning, why me? Give yourself a little bit of grace. You are worthy. And my words, you are designed to live an amazing life. And you get to decide what that amazing look like. It could just be peace of mind. I've gone on and on this morning. I apologize. I didn't realize it was after 8 o'clock, but somebody needed to hear it. I needed to say it. So with that time, Robin says, sometimes I have to take 2 steps back to move 5 steps forward. Be still and know. That's it. And you push. Peace of mind, yes. That's the thing. Be proactive. Because what happens, we get reactive when a negative situation occurs. Be proactive. If you know you're at a period or going through a period of growth and you're being pulled and you know you're going beyond your comfort zone, be proactive. Spend time during the day knowing that you're worthy, you're good, elevation's on the other side, you're growing. Think about what you're learning. You get to decide whether or not you want to nurture the thought of growth and unlimited potential or doubt and second guessing. And you get to decide to use your past experiences because you've been through it before and you can do it again. Life will teach you and give you everything you need to be successful. And you get to decide what that success is. It could be just peace of mind. With that being said, I won't keep you any longer. Ladies, I appreciate you getting up and joining me. Carolyn, we all love you very much. It's your birthday, and we're all sending you shout outs. Ladies, love and blessings to you and your family. Again, I appreciate you getting up and joining me this morning. Have a great day. Sorry for keeping you a little long. I was a little long winded this morning, but I'll see you back here next Sunday. Take care. Bye.